How's everybody doing today? I got off work early today, so I'm making something just for you guys. I'm in the shop in my garage. What I want to come to you guys about today here on IGTV is my single most used tool in my shop. Obviously, Kreg Jig. So when I started out 6 years ago, I started out using just a single hole. Some people use the double hole, the K3, K4, K5. Some people even use a Foreman. My father-in-law, I used to build in his shop. He moved up to a Foreman. Cadillac machine, whenever your budget can support that or the volume in your shop can support that, I highly recommend getting one. It's on my Christmas list. So what I want to do is talk to you, especially the people who are new to the shop, new into woodworking, trying to figure out how things work and stuff like that, because I've been there. I had to start from zero to where I'm at now. So, and I mean, I learned from the bottom. So in doing that, my very first project was an Anna White bench. Anna White makes amazing plans. She had a Providence bench. My wife seen it on Pinterest, and she wanted me to make it. And so I started reading through the plans, and she tells you what wood to get, what cuts to make, what tools to use, what safety equipment to use. And there was this thing called a Kreg Jig. I had no idea what it was. I know a hammer, I know a saw, I know a sander, I know a tape measure and a pencil. Never heard of a Kreg Jig. So I went to Lowe's to get my wood, and I asked the guy, I said, what's a Kreg? And the guy said, Kreg Jig? I said, yeah, that. He says, come with me. So we had to take the little walk and over to the tool section, and he showed me what it was, and I said, that's pretty creative. So he said, well, we have different types, and so I didn't have a big budget, didn't want to spend a lot on this bench or on some new tools. So I seen this look like a starter kit. It had the single hole, it had a drill. So when it came in a kit like this here from Lowe's, they sell it at Lowe's and Home Depot. So it comes with the fixture, the drill, a little locking collar, and an Allen wrench. So I said, okay, I'll get that, and got my 2x4s and my 2x6s, and I said, well, I wonder what size screws I need. So I got a couple different sizes. I got, some 2-inch ones, and I got some 1 1/4 inch, and they come in like a little pack of, I think the 2-inch ones come in a pack of 50. The 1 1/4 inch come in a pack of 100. So I got some of those and got home, and I looked at my little kit, and I said, wonder how I do that. So I couldn't quite wrap my head around the whole setting it up and everything. So what it does, let me just break this stuff out of the package, and I can show you. So you got this little fixture here. It's got a metal insert in there, and what that does is it guides your drill. So then you have this drill here, and you see it's got like a pilot, a smaller tip right here. You see that? And then it's got a shoulder right here. And then it's got the flutes to the drill. That's what these notches are called, a flute. So what it does, the whole principle of all this is going to go in here at an angle and create like an angled pocket hole into your wood pieces. So you can see as it comes out like this, it starts coming out the bottom side right there. So, but I thought, well, I guess that collar, that goes on here to set a depth. If I want the drill to only go that far, hit that collar, then that's where I put it. So 6 years of experience has taught me a magical dimension from this shoulder to where this should be, and it comes out to 3 11/16 of an inch. And I'm going to explain the importance to that. But if you just trust me and measure from this shoulder right here over to here, 3 11/16 of an inch right there, and then you take your little handy dandy Allen wrench right here and tighten that set screw. Now you have 3 11/16 of an inch. Perfect depth, and I'll explain why. So let's say you have a piece of 1x material which measures 3/4 of an inch thick, and you're fastening this to another piece of 1x. You want as much of this screw to enter into the other piece of wood as you can, so it's a strong joint. So nothing on the back of the package tells you where to put this. Do I put it back here? Do I put it up here? Where do I put it? Experience has taught me this. 1/8 of an inch from the end of the wood, put your fixture right there. And when you drill this hole, using 1¼ screws, it's gonna come out perfect. So, now, I'm kind of a big guy. I got about 250 pounds in here and a lot of pressure on my hand. So I don't use the clamp. I use the ball of my hand right here, keep it out of harm's way. But what I recommend to most people is go ahead and get the Kreg clamp. It'll hold it on here nice and secure so that you can drill and your jig won't move around. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that hole real quick. Use my amazing Ryobi drill. Clamp that down there. Drill. Amazing pocket hole. And notice it didn't break through, which is really, really good. So then I take the Kreg bit, 1¼ coarse screw. I'm just gonna drive this in here so you can see what it looks like on the breakout side. I have almost all the threads that would go into the connecting board, yet won't break through the connecting board. That's a perfect hole right there. So 1/8 of an inch off the end, right there, thereabouts. I mean, plus or minus a hair, it doesn't have to be that critical. Come out perfect every time. So now let's say you're using 2x, which in this case I did for the Anna White bench, using 2x4s and 2x6s if I can recall. But what depth do you use? You're gonna wanna use longer screws, 2-inch, but if I was to use 1/8 of an inch distance like I did on the 1x, it would shoot that screw probably through this board and what I'm screwing to. So learn the dimension, and it's a 1/2 inch. So if you've been building any bit, you know about a 1/2 inch, it's about that much. If you want to, you can put your ruler up there and measure a 1/2 inch, strike a line or whatever. But you can estimate a 1/2 inch pretty well. So again, clamp it, or if you're like me, use your big old meaty hand. Pop the hole. Beautiful pocket hole. Notice going from 1¼ screws to 2-inch screws, or from 3/4 inch material to 2x4s, I never moved the collar. I held that 3 11/16. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a 2-inch screw in there. And again, show you what the breakout will be on that. Look at that, perfect. I'm getting all the thread strength on this going into the attaching board. So I hope that's helped. I have all kinds of other tips and tricks and pointers, but I have built over 300 tables and 300 benches with a single hole. I love the bigger tools, the fancier tools, but this one here will get you starting out of the gate, make some great pocket holes and some strong joinery. So Rugged Comrade coming to you on IGTV. I hope you enjoy this. Send me any comments, questions. Love to hear from you. Have a great day. Bye.